laboratory.
You've got to get to the school right away!
What did he say?
That we've got to get to the school.
How come? Did you hear why?
I didn't, did you? I wonder if Simka didn't go to school today.
Or if Nolik got into some kind of mischief.
Oh, I'm worried this is something serious.
La 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 la. And that's 5, 6. I like this hairstyle. 7, 8. Hi there.
Hello, Verda. Where's Grampus?
I'm not positive, but go and look in the chemistry area over there.
Over in chemistry?
Tell us, was Nolik doing anything wrong today?
Nolik? He's always fooling around.
Right. So we're not here for anything Nolik did.
Maybe something awful happened to him.
Like what?
Well, how about anything? This isn't just a school for fixies. This is a laboratory. The laboratory where Professor Eugenius works is always humming. In the mechanical zone, Professor Eugenius tests all sorts of different devices to see how well they are made. In the chemistry zone, he conducts experiments on the quality and safety of food. In the electrical zone, he repairs electrical devices and checks their safety. Unfortunately, the professor can be absent-minded, and that can cause things in his laboratory to bubble, spark, or even explode.
Marcia, there's nothing to worry about yet.
But how can I not worry?
Digit, have you seen Nolik anywhere?
Do you know if anything's happened to him?
This is a laboratory here. Who knows what could happen to anyone?
Like what? What are you saying?
Like that. I told you, things happen here.
And where?
Let's go, quickly!
Marcia, no need to panic.
Tula, it's so good you're here. We really need your help.
What is going on?
There! Grampus! What?
Where?
In the mechanical zone, there! And Simka and Nolik, there! They're all there! Oh, my children!
Don't lose your head. Oh! Marcia is my wife, and the mother of our children, Simka and Nolik. Marcia is a real beauty, a kind and gentle soul, and a wonderful homemaker. She is also a very responsible and extremely skilled fixie. She is our family's expert in kitchen appliances and gadgets. Marcia works from morning till night, fixing and cleaning anything that is in need of her expert care, because she just loves when everything is clean and tidy. But most important for Marcia are her children. She takes loving care of Simka and Nolik and tries to protect them from harm. Marcia worries about them so much that sometimes her imagination gets carried away with what might have happened to them. Although our little Nolik can get himself into situations that even Marcia could never have dreamed of. Tight! We'll save you!
Hey!
You're alive!
What's going on? I don't need to be saved from anything.
So it's Simka we need to save, not you?
I don't need saving either. I'm fine.
And what are you so worried about?
Everyone's alive. Then why did you make us come here?
I need you to help with a little accident we had.
Nolik, was this your fault?
Oh, no, it's not Nolik's fault. Quite the opposite. He was trying to help me fix it.
Papoose, we need you to help us with one of the pieces that we couldn't get back in place.
This one?
Tadish!
Oh, a perfect repair.
Huh, that was really the only reason we had to rush here?
Why not? There was just no way we could let this wait, so I sent for you.
But Fire said...
Why fire? Why is it always fire?
How come you had to scare us so badly?
I'm not the one who scared you. You did that all by yourselves.
Knots.
Nolik, there are pirates off the starboard side. Battery, fire!
Hey, I'm not a pirate. Why'd you hit me? That's it. I'm tired of playing the wind. Where are my pirates?
This looks great. Can I board your ship?
And what are your skills?
Tons, like protecting the ship and yelling hooray when we win.
And how about good sea knots? Can you tie them?
Of course I can tie them.
Then tie up our treasure. And make sure it's good and tight.
Pirates, prepare to attack!
I got it. Whoa!
That's done. Good enough.
Hooray!
It's good and tight.
Now can you survive a storm?
Without a doubt.
Our treasure!
It's sunk into the sea.
That was my mom's necklace we sunk.
I'll pick it all up, don't worry.
No, thank you. We'll manage ourselves. He calls himself a sailor. Go and learn to tie some knots. Try tying 2 ropes into a knot. You think it's easy? A badly tied knot will untie itself before you know it. Here's one way to tie it right. First, cross over the 2 ends like this. Now, to finish the knot, you've got to cross them over again. But not this way. It's got to be in the opposite direction. When it's done, it looks like one loop inside another. This kind of knot is called a square knot. And it won't untie as long as you tie it right. And that's just one of the many kinds of knots a sailor has to learn.
Oh! Okay. I knew I could tie it. Now what else is there to practice on around here?
I found some more of our treasure.
Here's another one.
That's 19, but we're supposed to have 20. I know it because I counted our treasure.
So what happened to the last one?
Well done there. So what else could I tie? Perfect.
I even remember what it looks like. It's a different color. It's a bright red one.
Oh, Mom's gonna notice right away that the red one's gone. I gotta go find it.
Yeah, I think it's on the floor.
Who tied my laces together?
I was just practicing, sorry.
And what else did you tie up to practice your knots?
Not sure you want to know.
You're funny. Let's go untie them.
Chusaka, don't look at me that way. I'm scared.
She's just staring at her own whiskers, Nolik.
And what have you done to her whiskers?
Well, I tied them with the square knot.
Fire, you're just a blockhead. And why don't you tell us what else you've done?
Well, okay. I tied a decoration on her tail.
That's where it is. We were looking everywhere for that thing.
Fire, go and fix everything you've done.
Chusaka, don't run away.
Don't be scared. We just want to untie the knots.
Sailors have developed all sorts of different knots. Without them, they couldn't control their sails. But we couldn't get by without knots on land either. Mountain climbers use tightly knotted ropes to help them climb and keep them safe. Fishermen tie hooks to their fishing line using special knots. You can't even pitch a camping tent properly without making a knot. When people sew, they tie knots in the thread to hold it in place. And doctors use knots when they stitch and bandage a wound. And a tie wouldn't be a tie if you didn't tie a knot in it. Sneakers won't fall off your feet. And the laces won't drag on the ground if they're tied with a proper knot. But sometimes things can get knotted up by accident. And that's one time when you don't need to know how to tie knots, but how to untie them.
All aboard!
Like that. Now the only thing left to do is tie a knot.
Should I tie it?
Are you sure it won't untie?
You're joking. Why don't you go ask Chusaka if I can tie a knot like a sailor?
The gramophone.
And that's a photograph of my mom when she was little.
She sure looked happy, didn't she? Because parents were all happy when they were children.
But then they grow up and start getting all gloomy and as boring as can be.
Oh, what's this, do you know? A song about a screw? It's total nonsense.
Nonsense! It's about a screw, which means it's practically about fixies. Why don't we listen to it and find out?
If it's good, we can all dance together.
How do you listen to this thing? Like this?
Why don't we try to use the player?
We won't fit in there.
Look, right here it says gramophone record. See? So we need to find a gramophone player.
Find what?
Let's go to Grandpa's. Grandpa's, we found a song about a screw we want to hear. We're looking for a player for a gramophone record.
Ah, I understand. What you need is a gramophone. A gramophone is an old appliance that was made for playing back sound that was recorded onto records. If you want to turn on a gramophone, you need to turn the handle to wind up its spring. The spring makes the record spin. Then, a needle is placed on top of the record, and as it moves through the groove on the record, it shakes a little, which makes a diaphragm, a sort of mini drum skin, start to vibrate. The big horn of the gramophone then makes the sound louder, and we hear a voice or music. The most amazing thing is that a gramophone doesn't have an electric motor or any electronics. That's right. You don't need electricity for a gramophone to play back the sound that's recorded on a record. That's because a gramophone is an entirely mechanical wonder. If you want to know, there is a gramophone in the office of Tom Thomas's dad. It's on the desk.
Great, let's go.
Thanks would be nice.
I can't find the on button.
There is no on button. You need to grab that handle and turn it.
Now take that thing and put it down onto the record.
It's not playing.
Look, there's no needle in there.
And where can we get one from?
We can make it. Do you have any nails around here?
Is this good?
That'll be great. Verda, are you ready?
Totally.
Better cover your eyes.
It's working, listen.
A little screw went for a run, and now without this little part, everything just falls apart.
If you think a screw is nothing, take it out, but just beware. Everything will break without them, with no little screws in there. The bulldozer was a strong one, until there was a thud.
And then the mighty giant fell straight into the mud. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little screw went for a run, and now without this little part, everything just falls apart.
If you think a screw is nothing, take it out, but just beware. Everything will break without them, with no little screws in there. If you think a screw is nothing, take it out, but just beware. Everything will break without them, with no little screws in there.
Tom Thomas, what's that music playing?
It's a gramophone record.
Gramophone? I thought it was broken.
We fixed this old... not we. I fixed this thing.
Really? What a wonderful boy I've got. Other kids are breaking things and you fix them. What do you say we play that record once more? I used to love it so much when I was little.
The mighty crane was working until there was a pop. And then the mighty giant gave out and lost its top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little screw went for a run. And now without this little part, everything just falls apart.
If you think a screw is nothing, take it out, but just beware. Everything will break without 'em, with no little screws in there. If you think a screw is nothing, take it out, but just beware. Everything will break without 'em, with no little screws in there.
Tom Thomas's mom really dances super. Yeah, she knows how to have a good time, even though she's a grown-up.
If you think a screw is...
The tools.
Hang on. There are these really cool things that I want to show you. Whoa!
Whoa, look how many things you got all at once. Your dad's gonna be so angry when he sees what you did with all of his tools.
I'm gonna put them all right back where they were.
And where were they? Open the box and you'll see. It's neat. There's a special place in there for each one of the tools. Try hammering in a nail or drilling a hole with your bare hands. Uh-huh, there's no way. But with the help of the proper tools, it's a piece of cake. But of course, that's only if you know how to use them. Tools need proper care. If the head of a hammer is loose or a drill is dull, then you shouldn't work with them. It's dangerous. And when you're done working, put the tools back in their places, or you'll be tearing your house apart trying to find them the next time you need them.
Huh. The pincers go here, and the wrench goes over there.
This drill bit's too long for this spot. Let's see if it fits in this one.
Huh. Any idea what this tool is for?
For splitting wood or carving stone. That chisel's what you want to own.
Wow, Simka, you're a real poet.
Now try to answer this little poem. When you have a thing to measure, this round tool is quite a treasure.
This tool, right?
I know what it's called. It's a measuring tape.
Let me measure you, Nolik. Wow, you've grown. You've almost reached 1 centimeter.
Class! I also have a rhyming riddle for you. What bangs a nail into the wall to make sure pictures never fall?
A hammer!
I was first, and the hammer goes right here.
And now I have one for you to guess. If you need to screw in screws, here's the tool that you should use.
A screwdriver! I was first, again.
You got it right.
All right, Tom Thomas, we better hurry. We still have a lot of tools here to get sorted out.
Humans, just like Fixies, use hundreds of different tools to do their work. Picking the right one depends on the task at hand. For instance, if you need to hammer in a nail, use a hammer. But you don't use a hammer for a screw. For that, there's a special tool called a screwdriver. A wrench is the tool for tightening nuts and bolts. A vise is used to hold a part in place, and a drill to drill a hole. If you need to cut a piece of wood, you should choose a saw. You could use a handsaw, for example, or a hacksaw. Different kinds of pliers can be used for snipping, gripping, or bending. If you need to smooth something down, you use a file. If you learn how to work with tools properly, you can build just about anything.
Looks like we did it, just in time.
Oh, and how about this?
Do you know what kind of tool that is? I don't know.
There's no place for it in here.
Just throw it out.
Come on, and what if my parents use it?
Looks like we did something wrong here.
My dad came home.
Tom Thomas!
I'm in here.
Hi there. Reading. Way to go, son. Huh? Oh! I don't get it. Where is it?
What?
I put a piece of metal under the table leg so it wouldn't shake, but it disappeared.
So that's where the tools place is.
Did you take it?
What? I didn't. It must be somewhere under the table.
And you look under the sofa.
All right.
What do you think he wants. He wants us to get that metal thing out of his dad's box.
Come on, let's go.
You got it.
Any luck?
Uh-uh.
Me neither.
I found it, Dad. It was under the table, just like I told you.
Huh. You were right. It's strange. How could I have missed it?
Maybe you're just, tired from working too much.
Maybe.
Tadish.
What?
It's a new word, Tadish.
Tadish? I do like the sound of it.
The suction cup.
Where's Professor Eugenius? Did you see him?
Not yet.
Strange. He told me he'd be here today to conduct some tests.
Rampoos, right here under the glass. There's a note.
Dear friends.
That means the note's for us. That's because Professor Eugenius can always count on us.
I'm off for a conference today.
So what should we do?
While I'm away, please keep an eye on each of my tests. There's the wristwatch.
And where is it? It's right there. Look! How come the watch is in the water?
So the fish can know what time it is?
Nolik, don't be silly. This is the test he made for the watch. You see? It says water resistant right there on the back. That means that water shouldn't get inside of it.
I see.
So the professor needs to check if it will work underwater. Understand?
Yep, I got it.
The watch is working.
So now, the doorbell test.
We'll go look.
It's over there.
What's that thing doing?
It tests the button to see how fast it wears out. To check the quality of appliances, toys, sporting goods, or just about anything, they need to undergo serious testing. Take, for instance, telephones. They need to be tested with both heat and cold because they have to work in places as hot as Africa and as cold as the Arctic. Computers are tested to make sure they can be shaken and rocked, too. That way you can be sure they'll work on a desk at home, or outside in the park, or while you're taking a ride. Different kinds of products need different kinds of durability tests. For example, athletic shoes and car tires are rubbed and squeezed over and over to see how long they are going to last. Yes, testing's very important. Without testing, a machine or appliance could let you down at the very worst moment. If guests come to visit once a week, and once every month a hooligan comes, pushes the doorbell and runs, then I figure this doorbell will last right around 400 years.
That's long.
The doorbell is still working.
That's very good. And also,
What?
I don't know. We need to turn the note over to read the end.
But how? Oh, raise the glass, that's all. Hup, hup, hup. I can't get a hold of it.
We should find a suction cup.
A suction cup?
Suction cups are made out of rubber or other elastic materials. When a suction cup is pressed against a smooth surface, the air inside is squeezed out. The air outside wants to get back in, and so it pushes down on the cup. The rubber edge of the cup won't let the air leak in, so the outside air keeps pressing down, and the cup keeps on sticking. And that's how a suction cup sticks to a surface by using the power of air.
Wait a minute. I know where there's a really big suction cup that we could use.
a huge suction cup, Nolik.
Diddies, diddies, diddies!
Well done, Nolik. Only we need to hurry before air gets under this suction cup and it unsticks.
My suction cup will never unstick.
Well, let's see what it says here.
Simka, you'd better hurry.
And make sure nothing gets broken here in the laboratory while I'm away.
Huh, and what could get broken around here?
Ah, the glass, look out! Yeah, so much for that.
And who's going to clean up all this broken glass?
You don't know? Nolik. He told us to use that suction cup.
Simka, she was reading way too slow.
Listen, there's no need to fight. I came up with the idea of the suction cup. I should clean this.
Come on now, Grampus.
We'll clean up this mess.
Professor, I still think the suction cup was a great idea.
The dog. It's about me. Pixies? It's Chusaka. It sounds like she's angry with us.
I wish I knew what that mad dog was thinking about.
I'm thinking about you. You better hide or people will see you.
I'm leaving. See you later.
It's going to rain.
Chusaka, I have no time to play right now.
I'm not playing. His feet are gonna get soaked.
Tom Thomas, I'm off. Don't be late.
Chusaka, that's enough. No, I need to go to school.
He's got his math class today and he's leaving his math book. I'm trying to serve like a good dog, but no one understands me.
Dogs have been serving people since ancient times, along with cows, horses, chickens, and other domestic animals. But of all of these animals, the dog was the very first. In the beginning, domesticated dogs looked like wolves. Over time, they started changing and were developed into dogs of many different breeds, from big shepherds to tiny chihuahuas. So a dog is not only a human's best friend, but his very first friend as well.
What is that smell?
Simka, come on out. I see you.
Nolik, jump down.
Oh no, we're trapped in here.
Alert, something's burning over there. Why won't they listen?
I think she's going to eat us.
Together with the box.
We're done for. Oh.
Come on, look. The outlet is sparking.
Oh no.
Something must have broken in there.
Are we going to fix it?
Kids should never touch outlets, and you know it, too. It's forbidden.
Then how do we fix it?
Go find Papoose, and I'll stay here and wait for you.
But where's Papoose?
I know where he is. I don't know what she's barking about, but I think Chusaka wants to help us.
Then come on, Chusaka. Help us.
He's in there.
Papoose! Papoose!
Nolik, is that you? Ah!
There's an outlet sparking over there, and it smells like it's burning.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Chusaka found it.
Really? Great job! There are many kinds of service dogs. Dogs that help people by carrying out a wide variety of different jobs, like protecting a house or a flock of sheep if the dogs are shepherds. Some working dogs help guards protect their borders, while others work for the police. There are sled dogs that transport people and loads in the north, where there's only snow and no roads. Some service dogs help blind people by helping them get to the places they need to go. And there are dogs that save people trapped on mountains. And that's not all. Dogs went up into space before humans. But don't think that dogs are just given these jobs. Oh no, like humans, dogs study for a long time before they're allowed to take on serious work. That's all. There won't be a fire. Not today.
Hooray!
Well done, Chusaka. You're a real service dog, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm a real service dog.
Chusaka, go away. I've had enough of you already today.
Don't say that, because this working dog just saved your house from burning down.
What do you mean?
She smelled smoke coming from the outlet. It could be that Chusaka means well and wants to do the right thing, but nobody understands her.
That's a bit hard to believe.
Then what's this book?
Oh, my math book. That's where I left it.
Remember how Chusaka wanted to make you take it to school this morning?
You're right. Atta girl, Chusaka. Well done.
Achoo. What a rain. My feet got wet to the bone.
But this morning, Chusaka tried to get you to wear a different pair of shoes.
That's something. I should listen more closely to this smart little dog of ours.
Finally, they understand me.
The antenna.
Wow, is this cool or what?
Hello there, little fixies. Did you come to see what I'm working on?
Professor Eugenius, tell us what you're planning on doing with this huge thing.
Well, I hope to use this fantastic device to make contact with aliens.
Since ancient times, people have wondered, is there life on other planets? What might aliens from outer space look like? And what kind of spaceships do they travel in? There are some people who say that they've seen alien spaceships and that they look like flying saucers. There are even some people who say they've actually made contact with aliens. But personally, I'm sure it's just their fantasy. And science hasn't been able to prove any of these stories either. The one story that makes me laugh harder than all of the rest comes from a guy who claims that he saw aliens with his own eyes. Can you believe it? He said that there was a group of tiny aliens that looked like humans with glowing hair. It seems to me that this guy just happened to spot a few fixies who weren't able to hide from him in time.
It's ready. If I could talk.
And now what? If the aliens are out there flying by the Earth, they'll see this plate, get hungry, and come for food?
Aliens don't need a plate like this, silly. When they've got plates that fly, flying saucers.
You're both silly. This thing isn't a plate at all. It's an antenna.
Antenna?
Antennas help people receive radio signals. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, like this, or this, to pick up a signal that's very weak. Powerful antennas that are shaped like large dishes work the best of all. When radio waves hit the dish, the waves all bounce off of it and gather together into one point. This makes the signal stronger and clearer. The most powerful dish antennas can even pick up signals from outer space. Nolik, stop! You'll burn yourself.
Don't treat me like a baby boy, okay?
Interesting. I wonder what's inside of there. Do you know?
Why don't we go and take a look? I was only trying to help him out.
No need, Nolik. The soldering iron is way too hot, and I'm practically all done here.
Then let's start looking for those aliens in outer space.
Just 1 second, Nolik. There.
Uh-oh.
And now, Here we go. Nolik, Simka, let's see if we can pick up signals from outer space.
What do you think? Is it night right now, where the aliens live? What if they're sleeping?
Quit bothering the professor with your nonsense.
Let us out right now. Can't you hear us? Please let us out!
I'm afraid there's no way they can hear us from this far away. I can't hear any signals.
It just sounds like static.
Be patient, you guys, and keep listening.
Digit, we all know how clever you are. Can't you think of a way out of here?
I think I got it, Tula. You stay there. I'll use a special code I know to send a signal that we're in trouble.
Wait a second. Do you hear that?
Could it be a signal from the alien?
Hooray!
This is sensational. It means that somewhere in the cosmos are intelligent forms of life. 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots. Ooh, it's Morse code. It's a signal for help that they're sending.
You don't think the aliens are in trouble, do you?
Yeah, I think so.
And who do you think they learned Morse code from out there?
Yeah, that's strange.
There are hardly any Fixies that know that code.
Digit does.
And where is he, you know? And where's Tula?
Well, I think I know exactly with which aliens we made contact.
I think I know it too, Professor. Lower the antenna. Greetings to you, oh extraterrestrial visitors.
Hi there. It's good to be back.
What a shame. I was really hoping that we'd find intelligent life forms out there.
It's all right. At least we found 2 unintelligent ones.
The motion sensor.
This part has to be replaced with one that's new.
I've got an idea. How about we run to the warehouse and get it?
You don't have time to go there. And that way you can keep on working.
All right, then. Only remember the code for the part.
A8375. I'll remember it for sure.
Why is Elisa always there at the wrong time?
Do we have to wait till she goes away?
What for? We'll sneak out behind her. Did you find the part?
It's here.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Let's do it.
Professor Eugenius, you're in here. Do you know why this door just opened and closed by itself?
Of course I know, Elisa. It's because I converted it into an automatic one. You see, I installed a motion sensor above it.
A motion sensor is like an electronic eye that watches everything that moves in front of it. Did you ever wonder how doors open by themselves at places like stores or at the airport? They open with the help of motion sensors. If the sensor sees that someone walks up to the door, it sends a signal to the door's electric motor. The electric motor opens the door and then automatically closes it after the person walks through it.
That man is just astounding. Only a bit untidy.
The door is automatic now? Then why didn't it open for us on the way here?
'Cause we're too little for that motion sensor.
But the part's bigger than we are. Big enough for the sensor to see it. Then how do we get in there?
We can fool that thing if we stay close by the wall.
Now let's keep this as close to the wall as we can.
This door is a little too automatic. And these parts are here again. Didn't I put them away?
The sensor still noticed us.
Here's what we gotta do. Let's break it.
Why do we gotta break it? All we have to do is deactivate the unit.
Sensors are used to help people in all sorts of different situations. For instance, motion sensors notice when someone is moving so they can automatically open a door or turn on a light. Some automobiles are equipped with rain sensors. If it starts raining or snowing, the sensor automatically turns on the car's windshield wipers. There are also sensors that react to how much light there is. In the evening, when it gets dark, light sensors can be used to turn on street lamps. And in the morning, when it gets light again, the sensor switches them off. A smoke detector can sense when there's smoke inside. the sensor can be used to turn on a fire alarm or even an automatic fire extinguishing system.
I turned it off.
That should do the trick.
Great job. Let's go. Professor Eugenius, mission accomplished.
Well done, Fixies. Actually, not that well. This part here is A7583.
Uh-huh.
And I asked for A8375.
Digit, didn't you say you knew the code number?
I did know it, but somehow forgot it.
Digit, I can't believe that you forgot it. All right, we'll just have to go out one more time.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'll get it this time.
I forgot to warn the professor that we've turned off the sensor. And I'm afraid he's expecting that the door will automatically open up. Professor! Stop! Forgive us, we didn't mean it.
The Eco-Tester.
Are you ready to see my new invention? I just can't wait to show you what it does.
Whoa, what is it?
An Eco-Tester.
And what is it for?
This device lets you check vegetables or fruit, so you'll know if they're safe to eat.
To grow apples, tomatoes, or melons faster and bigger, people add chemical fertilizers to the soil. But there's a problem if too much of these chemical fertilizers is used. When there's too much of them, the harmful chemicals get inside the fruits and vegetables, and that makes them very dangerous to eat. An Eco-Tester is a special device that quickly shows how much of these harmful chemicals have gotten inside of the food. And if the reading is too high, that means you shouldn't eat it.
As you can see, the Eco-Tester shows that this apple is good. Well, let's see. Look, this one is safe too.
Ugh, it's not interesting this way.
These apples are all safe.
Now let me take this delicious apple and, make it bad. We will inject this apple with a harmful amount of nitrates.
How come?
What do you mean, how come? So we can see how the Eco-Tester works.
Whoa!
Aha! So you see, the Eco-Tester clearly shows this apple is poisonous and can't be eaten.
Is it only for apples or for any kind of fruit?
Any fruit or vegetable. I can get a watermelon to show you.
Could it really be true that watermelons can have nitrates too?
Of course they can have nitrates. Humans often act without any concern for nature. The waste from factories, airplanes, cars, and cities causes tremendous damage to nature. Species of plants and animals disappear. Air, water, and soil become polluted. And many other kinds of ecological problems appear. And humans shouldn't think that ecological problems are just nature's problems. Because when humans harm nature, they are also harming themselves. People breathe in the dirty air, drink polluted water, and eat food grown in soil contaminated with chemicals. If humans don't want to drink milk filled with poisons, and they want to eat ecologically clean fruits and veggies, then they must learn to treat nature as their friend.
Hey, why don't we test these apples ourselves? Nolik, help me out.
Oh, it rolled away.
I don't care. That apple's poisoned with nitrates.
Oh, apples.
Lisa, don't eat that! Lisa, stop! Please sit down.
What?
You bit into it?
Yes, and what?
Oh no, it's poisoned.
What?
Do you have trouble talking?
Oh, yeah.
You feel faint?
Oh, I'm fainting.
Elisa, hang in there.
What?
There's no poison in that apple she ate.
Oh, my assistant. Oh no, I've poisoned her. Oh, Elisa, please.
There was no poison in that apple.
Oh, no, he didn't hear us.
What should I do?
I know how to make him hear.
Hello? It's an emergency. It's a case of poisoning. Not me. I poisoned someone. Yes, with an apple. Fire! I mean, poison! Oh!
Professor, this apple has no poison in it. The bad one rolled away onto the floor.
Did it really? This is just fantastic news. Can you see me, Elisa?
I can't see anything.
How's that?
I see you. I can see you. I can see again.
I have great news. There's no poison at all in this apple.
Are you sure?
It's perfectly fine. Here, take a look. The eco-tester shows that there are no harmful chemicals inside.
It's wonderful news.
This is one excellent apple. And nutritious.
This appliance of yours is simply wonderful.
Now she'll say he's a genius.
Professor, you are a genius. Thank you for saving my life.
Oh, it was nothing.
Actually, it was Nolik. He saved her life.
I did?
Dropping the watermelon was your idea, wasn't it?
Ah, you're right. I saved her life.
The elevator.
Papu's Marcia, we gotta hurry.
How come?
Tom Thomas is going to see the circus.
And what?
We want to go with him, can we?
The answer's no. Just you kids without supervision.
Who said no supervision? His parents are taking him there. We'll be careful, don't worry. They won't even notice us.
Well, if Tom Thomas's parents will be there...
Hooray! We can go!
Wait a second. I didn't even say yes yet.
Yeah.
Simka, Nolik, where are you? We gotta hurry up.
Tom Thomas, it's time to go.
I'll be right there.
We're ready.
Climb into my hood.
Ha! I know who's going to the circus today.
Whoa!
Huh?
What just happened?
I think that the elevator broke down.
Don't you worry.
Emergency operator.
We got stuck in the elevator.
Understood. Please wait. We'll have the elevator fixed within the hour.
That long? That means we won't get to the circus on time.
Tom Thomas, we'll go get Pampus and Marcia. I'm sure they can fix it.
People need elevators to help them get to the upper floors of tall buildings. When someone steps into an elevator and presses a button, the elevator's electrical engine starts up. It pulls the cable that is attached to the elevator cabin, and the elevator goes to the desired floor. The cable hangs over a wheel, and it usually has a heavy counterbalancing weight attached to the other end of it. This counterweight balances the elevator and helps the electric motor do its job. I wonder what the reason is.
I think I see something over there that got stuck.
Looks like you found the reason. We gotta go and fix it now, or we'll never get to the circus on time.
You know, we can just have it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Fixie Spectacular. And now your attention, please, on the high wire.
Whoa!
Just don't look down!
Then I'll close my eyes and I won't look anywhere at all. Ow!
And now we bring you our very own aerial gymnasts. Our next act, feats of strength.
It won't come out!
I know how to fix it. With a death-defying circus act. Point your eyes up!
Marcia, where are you going?
Up to the electric motor! Do you know the right way to behave yourself inside of an elevator? First of all, small children should never get into an elevator by themselves. They should only go in with their parents or other adults they know well. When getting onto an elevator, the adult should always enter first and then the child. When it's time to get out, it's the other way around. First the child leaves, and then the adult. If you are taking a dog onto an elevator, make sure its tail and leash are completely inside, so they don't get stuck in the door. And there's one more thing. If the elevator suddenly stops for some unknown reason, don't try to break out of it yourself. Press the button that calls the emergency operator and wait for help from the elevator repairmen. Or the Fixies. I reached the motor!
Turn it on!
Oh, they fixed it. That was quick.
Now we'll make it on time. There was no need to worry.
Stop! It's way too high.
Tom Thomas went to the circus without us. There's no need to get that upset, Nolik. Our circus is as good as theirs. Right, Papoose?
Of course it is.
Thank you.
Thank you, to who?
What do you mean who? The elevator repairman.
The baby monitor.
Oh, it's my old baby monitor. On. Check, check. Checking. 1, 2, 3. Checking. It's working.
Why don't we give it to the Johnsons? They just had a baby the other day.
This is mine, and I'm planning on using it.
Aren't you a little too big for it?
No, I'm not big at all.
Well, I didn't realize that you're still a little boy. And a greedy one at that.
They're never gonna notice this. Hey, Fixies, are you here?
We're here now. Why did you call us?
I gotta show you how I turned into a mind reader.
I find that just a little hard to believe.
Okay, then I'll show you. I'll leave you alone, and then you'll hide this button wherever you want. Then I'll come back and find it.
You got it. So where's a good hiding place? Well, we gotta think of one.
Right here, under the keyboard.
Great! Go on, Nolik. Come on in. We're ready for you.
And now, I'm going to read your thoughts. Here I go. You hid the button here. Look. Ta-da!
He really does read minds.
Oh, that was a lucky guess. Bet you can't do it again.
Well, I bet you I can.
We're gonna have to be sneakier.
Verda, she's the most beautiful girl in our class. She knows it, too, and doesn't hesitate to use it. She can even be a bit sneaky, like when she needs help with her homework. Then Digit suddenly becomes her best friend. But if she doesn't want to carry her pack-a-mat, she'll say, "Fire, please help me. You're just such a strong Fixie." But all us boys like her just the same. Digit does, and Nolik does, and I guess I do, too. Although, I really like Simka more. Or maybe Verda. Or both of them. I haven't decided yet. Verda can be difficult and even bossy sometimes. But one thing I know for sure, Verda's a good friend. A friend that'll always come help. Well, that is if she's able to pry herself away from the mirror.
I think that we should throw it down into this pencil cup. But then we concentrate on another place.
That is good, but it won't work, Fixies.
Come on in.
Uh-huh. Aha! It's in here. Tidish?
Simka, were you thinking about the cup? No, I swear. And my mind was blank.
Then who did, huh? Uh-huh. Tom Thomas, what do you say we go again?
As many times as you want.
I know how he's been doing all of this. It's a baby monitor. That's how we can hear what we're saying.
I don't get it.
A baby monitor helps parents watch over their babies. The system has 2 units that look like wireless telephones. The parents keep one of the units by their side and put the other one in the room where the baby is sleeping. If the baby suddenly wakes up and starts crying, the unit in the baby's room will pick up the sound and send it by radio waves to the parents' unit. Mom or Dad will hear the crying and go and comfort their child.
And so he's listening to us now.
This time I know what we should do.
We'll hide it under the globe.
Ooh.
Go on.
Uh-huh. Aha! Huh? Where is it?
If you read our minds, you'd find your button under the baby monitor.
You tricked me. That's really not nice.
And spying on us is nice, you think?
I'm sorry, I just thought it'd be fun.
Well, anyhow, Tom Thomas, you're too old for this thing. Unless, of course, you still need it.
I'm not a baby. I was just, checking it. I'll go and give it to Mom. Mom, I'm not greedy.
About what?
Let's give this monitor to the Johnsons, and this car is for their baby boy.
I don't think that baby's big enough yet for your car.
So what? Soon he's gonna get bigger and become a big boy, right? Like me.
The manipulator.
Well, what do you say, Professor?
It couldn't be any more accurate. Our manipulator works just perfectly.
Good! So that means that we're free to go.
Great. See you later.
All right, finally. Now it's our turn to experiment with that manipulator.
And do you know how to operate this manipulator?
Why do you think we were spying? A manipulator is a kind of mechanical arm that people use for difficult or dangerous work. To control a manipulator, humans use a remote control or a joystick. The operator gives the command, and the mechanical arm grabs and moves the load. Some robotic manipulators don't even need to be steered by an operator. They're controlled by computers and can work without people being there at all, even on the moon. What is this button for? Uh-huh. How about this one? Uh-huh. Would you like to take a ride?
Right now?
You're scared.
Scared? Not one bit.
Then off we go.
Yeah, cool. Ha! This is totally awesome.
Well, hang on. This is gonna get even awesomer. Professor? Strange. What made this ladder just fall over? Ah! Am I crazy? Or is someone here? Oh, calm down. Calm down now. Poor Elisa. Yeah, you're completely overworked.
Whoa!
Ah! Who's here?
Achoo!
Hang in there, Nolik. I'll get you out of there. My compact's gone. Oh dear, what's going on? Ah! Stop this nonsense right now, or I'll call the police on you. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in... Ah! Where are you pulling me? I'm going to faint. I'm warning you. That's all. Goodbye. Ah.
Throughout the world, humans use manipulators for all sorts of work. In factories, manipulators are used to lift and move heavy loads. They can also hand out the parts needed for assembly or even attach these parts themselves. In hospitals, more precise manipulators are used by doctors to help perform operations. Manipulators are also used in places where the work is simply too dangerous for people. For instance, where there are deadly chemicals, or places where humans can't get to easily, like somewhere underground where there isn't enough space to move, or deep under the water, or in outer space where there's absolutely no air to breathe. So you see, mechanical arms are helpful in all sorts of places where humans are unable to reach things with their own arms.
Hang on, Nolik. How can I get that thing open? Ugh, I got it!
Yes? Who's there? Ah! What's going on?
Achoo!
Nolik? What are you doing in there?
Achoo! We just took a little test flight.
Is this yours? Elisa! Elisa!
Professor Eugenius, I was attacked by a crazy arm.
The manipulator. It's your imagination.
Look, it's come back.
Stop, I'm telling you.
Professor Eugenius, it heard what you just said.
Calm down, it's okay. It was a little malfunction, but I took care of it.
You are just astounding.
And don't think that I'm through with you.
With me?
With you? No, with the manipulator. Let's go, Elisa.
Yeah, let's go, Professor.
Great job, Fire.
And why fire?
Achoo!
The Draftsman.
Pew!
Huh? What?
Hi there, Tom Thomas. What are you drawing?
I'm not drawing. This is called drafting.
What's the difference?
Tell me, is that a circle?
Sure is.
And that?
It's a circle, too. Only it's a rounder one.
Of course. That's because I drafted it with a compass. And now I've got a real target. So now I'll load my dart gun.
Whoa! Why'd you shoot that thing at me?
It was the gun. I didn't even pull the trigger.
What? Did it break?
Let's open it up and see. There. This little part broke.
Let me go find Papoose. He can help you. He can make another one. A brand new one.
Wait, I can draft a technical drawing. Will Papoose understand how to read one of those?
Are you kidding? Papoose is an expert at everything.
Done.
Wow, Tom Thomas, you're a real technical drawer.
A draftsman, Nolik. That's what they call it.
Try drawing a perfect circle by hand. Can't do it, huh? Well, with the help of a drafting compass, your circle will turn out great. Just put the needle point in the center and turn the compass, and it's done. A compass is only one of the many different tools for drafting. For example, if you need to draw a straight line, use a ruler. And if you need to draft a frame for your picture, you can use a triangle. First draft one side, and then the other. And then to finish your frame, just turn the triangle upside down and draft the two remaining sides. You'll get a perfectly squared frame. There are also drafting instruments for making curved lines. They are called irregular curves, or French curves. But actually, now people use computers more and more for drafting technical drawings.
Papoose!
Huh? Oh! What happened?
We really need your help. One of the parts broke in Tom Thomas's dart gun. Could you make it?
What kind of part exactly?
Look, here's a technical drawing.
So, you even got a technical drawing. Very good then, let's take a look at it.
Here you go.
Super. Let's see. It's not gonna work. You see, it sticks out here on the side. I need to draft another technical drawing.
Papoose!
Huh? Nolik, you scared me again.
Forgive me, but the part has to stick out over on this side.
And you're sure that's all?
That's all, for real. Tom Thomas, it's done.
Listen, while you were gone, I realized that the part needs to have a hole right here.
Papoose?
Again?
Sorry about this, but there's a hole in this thing, too. A technical drawing is a special kind of drawing. It has to precisely describe the thing that needs to be made. To do that, the drawing must be very accurately drafted and include all of the measurements. And that's not all. If the object is complex, it must be drafted from at least 3 sides, including the front, the side, and the top. You see? The object looks different from every side. So if you don't want to work over and over again, learn to draft correctly.
Kaboom. It works.
Bullseye! And all thanks to our technical drawings. Yeah, after 3 tries, right? Some draftsman you are.
Now I can draft all sorts of technical drawings. Even one of you if you'd like.
No, don't bother. Hey!
Great.
That tickles.
Now do me a favor and turn.
Hey, what are you doing there? Just stop. What's going on?
Now I think I got it. It's done.
And what's that circle for, huh?
That's the top view.
You know what, Simka? That's what you really look like from up here.
Nolik, take this over to Papoose. He can use it to make another Simka.
No thanks, Tom Thomas. For me, 1 Simka's enough.
The shadow play.
Oh, hi there, Tom Thomas. What are you doing here?
I dropped a paper clip.
Give me some light. Huh. What's so funny, huh? We're trying to help you out.
You've got funny shadows, that's what.
Hey, check this out.
It's an eagle.
And Simka is a goose.
She looks more like a moose.
I do, huh? All right, and take that.
You're like real actors performing in a show.
Uh-huh. Actors playing a theater, you know. And we're just under a bed. And so what? How about we make our very own theater? A theater with shadows. Class! Tom Thomas, we need a piece of paper, a huge sheet. It's really quite easy to make your own shadow theater. You can make the screen out of a white sheet or a big piece of paper. Next, make sure the room is dark and shine a desk lamp at the screen. Now, to make the shadows, just put yourself or a cardboard cutout between the lamp and the screen. Your shadow, or the shadow of your puppets, will come to life. But make sure that the audience sits on the other side of the screen. The play will be much more magical for them from that side. Tom Thomas, light. Oh, wow, Simka, you look totally like the real Red Riding Hood.
Hello, dear granddaughter.
Hello, dear grandmother. Grandmother, what very big eyes you've got.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Nolik, come on, we're rehearsing. The wolf's voice is funny. Grandmother, I never noticed what very big teeth you've got.
They're so much better to eat you with, my dear. Yum, 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 yum.
Let them out, wolf. Or I'll get them out, myself.
Ha ha, you'll stop me with that little stick?
Hey, that's not in the fairy tale.
But in the fairy tale, it's a normal hunter.
And what do you think I am?
Look for yourself. You're way too small to be the hunter.
Fine, then go to your play without me.
Well, I guess I'll have to make the hunter out of paper then.
That's all. Take a break.
I'm really thirsty. She was so salty, that grandma.
Nolik, don't be upset.
The wolf is huge, and I'm so little.
Then let's make you bigger. You see? Now you're bigger.
Yeah, you're right.
And if we go back here,
then I'm even bigger.
Now you know. If you go back here near the lamp, your shadow will get bigger on the screen.
Class!
There are just so many different kinds of theaters in the world. In the dramatic theater, the actors speak the lines of the playwright. At the opera, the actors don't speak their lines. They sing them, accompanied by an orchestra. And here at the ballet, the performers don't speak or sing their parts. Here, the story is told with dance. There are also theaters where the performers are animals. In an animal theater, you can watch performances by cats and dogs, or goats and pigeons, or even bears and seals. There are also theaters where the stories are told by puppets. To tell the truth, the puppets are brought to life with the help of people. Yes, there are so many different kinds of theater. My favorite is the Shadow Theater. I think it's the most beautiful and mysterious theater of them all.
Hello, dear grandmother. Grandmother, what very big eyes you've got.
The better to see you with, my dear.
And grandmother, what great big sharp teeth you've got.
Oh, the better to eat you up with, my dear.
Ooh, just wait.
Aha, Wolf! I've got you.
The hunter looks so strong.
You're a hunter? Then where's your gun?
Why do I need a gun? You're so tiny I could use a fly swatter. But I'd rather do it like this.
Like what?
With my bare hands.
Way to go!
Hooray! Splendid! Who was your favorite? Mine was the grandmother.
Well, I think Red Riding Hood was the best.
For me, the hunter. He was so mighty and so fearless.
And for me, the special effects.
The Fixie Phone.
Tom Thomas!
Huh?
Try to guess what we have with us.
You guess what I have.
A banana. A race car. No, not that. Chocolate. A pair of socks.
Ha! Do you give up? My dad bought a new phone for himself and gave me his old one. He said I can keep it.
Oh, wow!
And what have you got?
Look!
Ah, you got a telephone too.
It's better than that. This is a Fixie Phone.
Papu's got himself a new Fixie phone, and he gave this old one to Simka.
And can you make calls on it?
Take a guess. Come on, let me show him. Hi there, Papoose.
Hi, Nolik. Why are you calling?
Just to say hi.
Nolik, don't just call me if you know I'm working.
All right. See that?
So what? I can make calls on my phone.
Calls to humans, that is. But to Fixies, you can't. A Fixie Phone is a smartphone made just for Fixies. Not only can Fixies call each other with it, but they can get onto their own special Fixie internet. On a Fixie Phone, you can find a camera, a flashlight, news, games, movies, and Fixie ditties. Those are the Fixies' favorite songs. Fixie kids love them, and so do their parents, because Fixie Phones can easily let parents know where their kids are and whether or not they're in trouble. Over the years, humans have learned how to turn telephones into mobile phones and mobile phones into smartphones. They use them to call each other and to go onto their internet. A smartphone is almost as powerful as a computer, but they still have a long way to go to be as good as Fixie Phones.
Yeah, that's really cool, guys. Only this phone does the same.
But can your phone do this? Take a look over here.
You mean here? It's just a mouse.
And now, look here.
Whoa! But he's not on there.
But look, he's here.
And that's not all. Watch.
A mouse helps the user navigate around the computer. And when we move it...
You get it? No one else can see the Fixie except for you. And he can help you.
Super! Oh, it'd be great to have my own Fixie phone.
What are you talking about? You're not a Fixie.
What a shame. I'm off to school, guys.
He gets so upset. He even forgot to take his phone.
I have an idea.
My smartphone's my best friend. I love to hear it beeping, so I keep it by my side even when I'm sleeping. Bing bong all day long, bing bong all day long, bing bong all day long, even when I'm sleeping. With my phone I play alone. I don't need my brother. Soon they'll make a brand new app to replace my mother. Bing bong all day long, bing bong all day long, bing bong all day long, to replace my mother. Check my mail, send a text 1,000,000 times an hour. I forgot to plug it in, now I'm out of power. Bing bong all day long, bing bong all day long, bing bong all day long, now I'm out of power. Bing bong all day long, bing bong all day long, bing bong all day long, now I'm out of power.
We finished. Titties!
Look, it's a...
Surprise!
Wow, this is great! Now I've got my own Fixie phone. It's just like you've got.
Well, pretty close.
Tom Thomas! Tom Thomas, let me use your phone to call myself. I need to find my phone. Oh, wow. You've changed everything in here. Where am I? I guess I'm Papoose. Huh, what a funny name you came up with for me.
Nolik, just stop. I don't have time for your fooling around.
What? Who is that?
That's, not Nolik.
Who is this? Do you know who I just called?
Does anyone know who this phone belongs to out here?
Oh, your mother found it. I'm coming. We'll fix those numbers later.
Ugh, Papoose is gonna really give it to us.
Give me your phone, Tom Thomas, and I'll delete all the Fixie's numbers from it.
But how can I call you up then?
Why would you have to call us?
We're always close by.
The oven.
Now here he is, our death-defying acrobat.
Nolik, don't!
I'm not Nolik, I'm an acrobat.
You're going to fall. I'm not going to. I see. Every single time with him, it's the same old story. He gets himself into trouble, and I've got to get him out of it.
No, I'm falling. Whoa!
Hold on!
I'm just joking.
Nolik, you're a knucklehead.
Simka, Tula!
We're down here.
Look who's in trouble this time, huh?
This isn't funny at all.
Need some help?
We can manage this ourselves. Right, Tula?
Well, all right then. See you later.
We gotta get out of here.
Tom Thomas's mom is coming.
Hide!
Hi, Tom Thomas.
Hi, Nolik. Are you up for a ride? Because this train's leaving the station.
Nice place.
It's the oven.
It's beautiful in here and not hot at all. Splendid.
It isn't hot right now because it only started warming up. An oven is a cabinet with a heater. It can get so hot inside that it'll roast whatever's in there. As a matter of fact, that's what ovens are for. People roast meat inside of them and bake things too. Some ovens burn gas for heat and others use electricity. They have special electric coils that get red hot and heat everything that's inside the oven. So be careful around ovens. A hot oven can burn you very badly.
It really is getting so hot.
We gotta get out of this oven right away!
Simka, we're about to get roasted in here.
Yeah, inside of a fresh-baked fixie cake.
I don't want to.
You think I do? Here, grab on tight. This way.
Be careful, you'll fall off.
You're just like Simka. She told me the same thing, and then she was the one who fell. Right into the batter. Together with Tula.
What? They both fell in the dough?
Oh, yeah. And they're probably still stuck in there, too.
Tom Thomas, the cake's fresh out of the oven. Do you want to try some?
Where could they be, huh?
I don't know. Maybe they're inside the cake. They could have turned into screws.
We gotta find them.
Hey, what are you doing? Eat. Stop playing.
Hey, watch out. You could break your teeth.
The first ovens in ancient homes were nothing more than simple fire pits where people cooked on hot coals. Later on, the stove was invented. Every house had a stove made out of stone, clay, or cast iron. People would burn wood or coal in them. These stoves produced enough heat to make soup or bake a cake. And then in the 19th century, the gas stove was invented. Gas stoves are much more practical than wood-burning stoves. 1 second and the gas is burning. A few more minutes and the water's boiling. They're very convenient, but they can also be dangerous because if the pipes aren't in good condition, there can be an explosion. Today, there are also stoves and ovens that run with electricity. They use electric heating elements for frying, boiling, or baking foods without fire at all.
Tom Thomas, I think you'll explode.
But it's so incredibly good. I just can't stop eating it.
Keep chewing, Tom Thomas.
That's as much as I can chew.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Up to? We're trying to save you.
You're not in the cake? Then how come I was eating all of this? I hate cake.
Maybe it's because that's what good friends do.
Yeah, he's a good friend who's got a really good appetite.
The airbag.
We're gonna be late.
We'll make it.
Whoa! Oh, wow. Hey, slow down there.
I'm a super duper racer.
Well, Fire. Again risking your life.
And super racers like me can always count on luck.
You know, Fire, counting on good luck is stupid. It would be better if you would keep your mind on safety. Actually, today, Professor Eugenius has something really special to show us. He's going to be testing an airbag.
What's that?
Digit, explain it.
Everybody riding in a car has to wear their seatbelt, because if the car has to stop quickly, the belt will hold the person back. But there are times when even seatbelts don't give enough protection, like when a fast-moving car crashes into something. When that happens, the driver and passengers can be protected by an airbag. You can't see them when they're folded up because they're hidden, but if the car is in a crash, the airbags blow up very quickly, and the person bumps into the bag instead of banging into the steering wheel or flying through the windshield.
Here I come.
And once again, when something dangerous must be tested, Professor Eugenius tests it on himself.
But Grandpoos, aren't you scared that it won't blow up with air?
Don't worry about the air.
A 3 and a 2 and a 1.
The airbag filled up in an instant. Did you notice?
Yeah, but how does it do it?
There is a chemical inside of there that quickly burns and instantly turns into a gas the moment the crash takes place. The gas fills the airbag, and there you go. Did I explain that right, Professor?
We've got to get him out.
Stop! We'd better call for help.
Professor, do you need some help?
Thank you, Elisa. Sorry to take you from your work. You're free to go.
Professor, how did you manage to press the button from way over there?
I managed to hit it on the fly.
You are just astounding.
To keep small children safe while they're riding in a car, they must be buckled up with a seatbelt inside of a special booster chair. But kids also need to be careful when they're riding a bicycle, skateboarding, roller skating, or riding a scooter. First of all, it's best to keep off of roads where there's too much traffic. Second, put your protective gear on. For your arms and legs, wear elbow pads, gloves, and knee pads. For your head, wear a helmet. That way, if you fall down, you won't get badly hurt. And third, make sure that people can see you. If you're out riding in the evening, your clothes and bike must have safety reflectors on them. They let drivers see where you are by reflecting the light from their headlights back at them. Remember, better safe than sorry.
Here we go. Well, I hope this time I've got it.
Should we call his assistant right now, just in case?
Let's just wait and see.
Ready, set, go!
Grampus, he needs to be rescued.
No need. I made a change to it. Now the bag not only inflates automatically, it deflates itself as well.
Splendid!
As you fixies say,
Today's lesson is done.
Hooray! Come on!
Where's my fixie board?
I've got your fixie board, Fire. Here you go. I just went and equipped it with an airbag.
Really? Ha! How come? You know I'm a super racer. See? Woohoo!
And that's why I installed it.
Super racers don't need airbags. We never, ever.
Oh, wow! Is that airbag cool or what?
It's a very original design you used there.
That design is my own, and Fire ran the test.
Professor, will you make an airbag for each one of us?
You all will get them real soon. But even so...
Caution and care make accidents rare.
The key card.
Whoopa!
Well, Professor Eugenius, your kennel's back in action.
Tidish!
ah, why thank you. I've been longing for a cup of tea. Yes.
There's no tea left in here.
Then I'll go ask Lisa if she has some.
Look! Professor Eugenius! You forgot the key! The key! Don't close the door! Simka, you must be joking. That's a key. This is nothing but a plastic card. But it is a key. A special kind. It's called a key card. To open up a combination lock, you need to enter a code in the correct order. That means if you can't remember the code, you can't open the lock. But if the lock uses a key card, there isn't any code to memorize because the code is held inside the card's memory, and the lock can read the code from the card. Of course, key cards don't work with any lock. They have to be smart locks that are able to read electronic codes. When the smart lock reads the correct code, it opens right up.
Elisa, do we have any tea here?
Of course, Professor Eugenius.
Wonderful. I'll take one bag then. Oh, I left my key inside the lab. Can I borrow yours?
Just don't forget to give it back.
Of course I'll give it back. Come on, Elisa. I got myself a tea bag.
Professor Eugenius, the water's boiling.
Fantastic. Ta-ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Ch-ch-chai. Wait a second. Oh no. I was supposed to give something back to Elisa.
Why don't you go and ask her?
Right. I'll be right back.
Professor Eugenius! That's card number 2 now.
Elisa, I promised you something, didn't I?
Yes, the key. You said you'd return it.
Yeah, sure. Let me get it. Just a sec. Oh, I locked it in the lab.
It's terrible. How will you ever get back into the laboratory now?
You see, there is one way, but it's a secret. Would you mind leaving for a couple of minutes? Colleague, Professor, can you do me a little favor? The key. I think I left it on the table.
Yeah, right. It's true. So how do we solve this?
I need to think about it.
What's there to think about? We just have to go and push it under the door.
You think you can do it?
Yeah! It's time to get to work.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, were you just calling for me?
Yeah, no, Lisa, not for you.
It's so heavy.
Do you know where Digit ran off to? Ow!
Digit's off somewhere thinking. He's always doing that when it's time to work. Hard to port. Hard to starboard.
Way to go, Nolik.
Then who were you talking to?
Actually...
Oh, what's that?
Where? What?
What was that?
Come on, let's try again.
Look, do you see that?
It's telekinesis. It's the power to transport things with your mind.
You are just astounding. Was that done with your mind, too?
The door? Yeah, sure.
You are a genius.
Professor Eugenius is a very talented scientist and a dear old friend of the Fixies. He always helps the Fixies, and the Fixies are happy to help him, too. Professor Eugenius let the Fixies set up their school right here at his laboratory. It's hard to imagine a better place for a Fixie school. People from all over the city bring all sorts of things to the laboratory to be tested, from computers, phones, and furniture to food and toys. Professor Eugenius uses his expertise to check the quality of all these different things. To help him carry out his experiment, his laboratory is filled with a variety of tools and machines. Yes, Professor Eugenius is a very smart man, but he can be absent-minded. Lucky for him, he's got us Fixies around.
Thanks for everything.
Sliding the keycard under the door? That was Simka's awesome idea.
But the door opened wide while the card was still on the floor.
That's strange.
There's nothing strange about it. I'm the one who opened it.
How?
I climbed in the lock, that's all. Figured out how it worked, and Tadish.
Very clever. That's a real Tadish. I guess that thinking before you go and fix something ought to be what we all study next.
Reflexes.
Add this to that. Now what do you get? 3. Don't you remember? Bark, bark, bark. All you have to do is bark 3 times.
That's too hard a trick for Chusaka. Maybe you could teach her to jump through a hoop.
I already tried. She just sits there. Come on, Chusaka, give it a try.
Try showing her this sugar.
Chusaka. Alley-oop. Come on, jump.
See you, Tom Thomas. It's time for us to go to school. See you later, animal tamer.
Great job, Chusaka.
Our lesson for today is on the subject of reflexes. I'll write it here for you.
What's the lesson?
Someone's late again.
Colleague, my glasses are gone. Are they here?
They're right there on your forehead.
Ooh, how about that? Forgive me for interrupting.
Let's continue our class. And so...
Thanks so much.
So you turned into screws again. Does anyone know why that is?
Because we have to hide ourselves from humans.
But you don't have to hide yourself from Professor Eugenius.
But we didn't know it was him at the door.
Right you are. You had already transformed before you had time to think. And that's what we call a reflex. To explain it in simple words, a reflex is when our body reacts to something automatically without needing any time at all to think about it. When we touch something very hot, we instantly jerk our hand back. When we're about to fall, we swing our arms and legs to try to keep our balance. Just imagine what would happen if we started thinking how and in which direction to move them. So it's fair to say that our reflexes help to protect us.
No kidding. They protect us. My nose itches. Achoo! Excuse me, I didn't mean it.
Professor, sneeze. Is that also a reflex?
It most certainly is one. Fire didn't want to, but then his nose tickled and achoo! Bless you, too.
Thank you.
And do dogs also have reflexes?
Of course dogs have reflexes. All animals do.
Yeah. It's something all good animal trainers know. They use the animals' reflexes to teach them tricks. Many humans teach their pets lots of commands, like to bring a ball, to count, or even to dance. But to train a pet, you gotta know what to do. A good animal trainer always has plenty of treats handy. As soon as an animal follows a command correctly, like standing on its hind legs or jumping over a hurdle, the animal gets a treat. And then the trainer makes a unique signal right away, like clicking his fingers or blowing a whistle. After repeating this training over and over, the animal develops a reflex. Once it gets the signal, it carries out the command and then gets a treat. But the most important thing about animal training is to love your trainee and never hurt it. Otherwise, no treat will work.
Tom Thomas, we just learned in Fixie School how you can train Chusaka.
Yeah?
With the help of reflexes.
With what?
Where's Chusaka? Call her.
Chusaka, come here.
Give her a math problem, a nice simple one.
Add this to that. Now what do you get? It's a miracle! 3! You got it!
No, it's not a miracle. Science is what it is. You know how Chusaka barks whenever she sees a Fixie around. That's what we call a reflex, you know.
I understand. And do you know how I can teach her jumping?
Well, we didn't figure that out yet.
Wait a sec, I know how. Chasing Fixies. Isn't that one of Chusaka's reflexes?
Probably, although...
That's great, so let's go and train the dog.
Nothing's ever too much for a good friend.
Chusaka.
It's pretty tough work being a dog trainer.
The video call.
Turn on the camera right away. It's me, Simka.
Just as I expected. Nolik, why aren't you in school?
School? It started?
No, but you'll be late if you don't hurry.
I'm on my way.
Simka, is that really your Fixie school?
Well, actually, it's the laboratory where Professor Eugenius works at. He lets us have our school here.
Who's that, Simka? Look. Is that the professor?
Where? Oh, come on, Tom Thomas. That's the manipulator.
Who?
Not who, what? It's a mechanical arm.
For real? Oh, please show me some of the other things you've got.
But how can I show you?
Come on, with the camera.
Computers and tablets are able to connect with one another through the internet. That's why you can talk to another person on your computer like you're talking on the phone. And if the computer has a video camera, then it's possible to send not only sound through the internet, but video as well. That That's why it's called a video call. With video calls, it's possible to talk to your friends, to see them, and to show them all the things you can see yourself. All right, take a look. Over here we have chemistry equipment. And over here...
Hey, Tom Thomas. It's good to see you.
Wow, you flew there so fast.
Nola, get out of the way. You're blocking the view of the lab.
I am not blocking the view. Stop it! Go away! You, go away!
Tom Thomas, what are you watching?
Is it time to turn into Screws?
Too late. He already spotted us.
It's just a cartoon about these funny little guys.
Can I watch with you?
Nah, it's boring, Dad, and I've already seen it. Next, that blue guy, he starts jumping. Watch.
Now what? I say run. Start jumping. Make it cartoony.
Now that redheaded character will sing. Watch.
La 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 la.
Then she starts dancing.
La 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 la.
These guys really are funny.
And here are the super fast moves.
That was funny. I gotta get going.
That's all. You can rest. My dad went out.
I'll get you, Tom Thomas.
What are you doing over there, huh?
Watching a movie.
But why on my computer?
Sorry, Professor.
Yeah, will you forgive us?
So how is it any good?
Uh-huh. It's a super funny one.
Really?
Yeah. You see that boy there? He's gonna start waving his arms around like a maniac.
He also crows like a chicken.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
And now the boy's gonna go in and chew paper.
I can't do this all at once.
A movie. That's what we're watching here, right?
People have always been interested in seeing what's going on outside of where they are. And with the invention of video transmission, it's now possible to see what's going on almost anywhere. Now, without leaving your home, you can see what's happening on another street, or even in some far corner of the world. With the help of video calls, doctors can help their colleagues perform complicated surgeries. Teachers can give lessons by video, and scientists can take part in video conferences. With video, you can watch a live theater performance in another country. And even in outer space, an astronaut can feel right at home, just chatting away with friends and family. And it's not just for astronauts either. Now almost every tablet and phone here on Earth has video in it.
Introducing Tom Thomas.
Nice to meet you there, son. And I'm Professor Eugenius, so I guess you're also a friend of the Fixies.
Yeah, only it's a secret.
My friend, that's a secret the two of us share. And you know, keeping secrets is what friends do.
Batteries.
Oh, my little lemon, just you wait. One day you'll be a strong and splendid tree.
She's talking with a flower pot.
Oh, you scared me. Do you like it?
Like what?
My seedling, don't you see? It will grow into a huge tree. And there, amongst the green leaves, will be beautiful yellow lemons.
Class.
From that thing? Lemons?
Oh, yeah. It'll grow into a tree. All it needs for that is to gather energy.
Get energy from where?
From our sun.
The sun? It'll be so slow. Oh, batteries would be faster than the sun.
Batteries? I really don't think so.
Tula, do you know how much energy they have? Let's just bury a bunch of those batteries in here, and you'll be watching your lemon plant shoot up into a tree.
Are you positive?
Absolutely.
And where can we get the batteries?
Over there. Professor Eugenius has a whole box full of them.
and every day I need them by the ton. Batteries, batteries. They give power to appliances so they can run. Batteries, 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 batteries.
That does it. We'll be seeing the first lemons before the week's over.
The first battery in the world was made in Italy more than 200 years ago. When two different kinds of metal were placed in salty water, electricity started flowing through a wire from one piece of metal to the other. Many years have passed since then, but batteries still work in pretty much the same way. Today, you can find batteries being used for electricity just about everywhere. Tiny batteries are used inside of wristwatches, while big batteries can power cars and even ships. With new batteries being produced by the millions, we have to think, how should we get rid of the old ones? You can't just throw away batteries because they'll poison our soil and water. The best way to dispose of batteries is to take them to a special collection station that sends them to factories for recycling. Yes, it's a terrible idea to bury batteries. You can kill any plants that are growing there. And this is the very reason why Professor Eugenius puts all of his used batteries in that box over there, so he can dispose of them properly. Hey, where are they?
Oh, my seedling! We harmed you!
What? Where are the batteries?
They're in the flower pot.
How come?
So the lemons would grow faster.
From the batteries? Who came up with that idea? It will die! Hurry! We gotta go save it! The soil's contaminated. We've got to find a new home for the seedling.
But where? Over there. There's a pot with healthy soil.
Let's do it!
Batteries, batteries. They come in different sizes, shapes, and colors too. Batteries, batteries. Could be yellow, might be green, or maybe red and blue. Batteries, 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 batteries,
Don't cry, Tula. The seedling will be perfectly fine. It will grow big and strong with branches full of beautiful lemons and oranges.
And watermelons.
It's a lemon tree fire. Will you ever stop going too far, like with the batteries?
Well, anyhow, batteries are cool, right? Look how many appliances can't work without them.
You're right. Appliances can't work. Look, the seedling's coming back to life.
It really is.
Tula, tell us, isn't it splendid?
Splendid.
The bee.
Tom Thomas!
Hello.
How come you're eating jam straight from out of the jar?
Because it tastes so good.
Oh, a bee!
Shoo! Get out of here!
Leave it alone! It's just a plain old bee!
Well, I was bitten by one of those plain old bees once.
Tom Thomas! Don't do it!
Go away, you pest!
Flies are pests. Bees are very helpful and useful.
How can a bee ever help us out?
Bees are hard workers. They are constantly collecting nectar from flowers. Flying from flower to flower, bees transport pollen on their bellies. Thanks to this process of pollination, flowers produce fruit and seeds. In other words, bees help plants reproduce. The bees use the nectar they collect to make that delicious sweet honey loved by kids of all ages. And bee honey is not only delicious, it's also nutritious.
So I'm still afraid of it. What if it bites me?
Bees don't bite, by the way. They sting ya.
Well, now I'm gonna show ya.
Don't! The bee's the one who should be afraid, you tyrant. Yeah, you let it go, tyrant.
Why are you calling me names? Who's stopping her? She can fly away if she wants.
We need to show her the way out.
Well, how? Here, little bee. Fly this way.
Why don't you try going?
Then what can I say? Chusaka, don't move. It'll sting you.
It doesn't want to sting. Both of you like to eat sweets. You like eating jam, and so does the bee. Why don't you carry Chusaka to the window?
Go on, fly.
No, that's not gonna work. You need to go and get more jam.
Here, little bee. Yum, yum. Go on and fly. You're free.
Let her eat first. Don't be greedy.
I'm not being greedy.
If she eats, she can make honey out of your jam.
Long ago, people could only collect honey by destroying the nests of wild bees. And that went on until someone came up with the idea of taming those insects. They started by leaving enough honey for the bees to survive through the winter. People took care of bees in these hollows until they learned to build small houses for them called beehives. And a town made of these bee houses is called an apiary. Bees live and work together in the beehives making honey, while beekeepers take care of the bees and collect the honey. Bees are real team players. They tell each other where the best flowers grow. Do you know how they do it? One of the bees does a dance, and then the rest of the bees watch the dance and learn where they need to fly.
You poor thing. Tom Thomas tired you out. I told you there's nothing to be afraid of. You see? She's just so nice and kind.
I'm not afraid of her. She wouldn't let me eat my jam, that's all.
Well, now it's time for you to fly away. Whoa! She's playing rough here. I want to try. Nolik. You're too little. You'll have to grow to do this job. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down now. Now let's fly. Hey, Simka, the window's back there. I can see that without you. So how can I get you to turn around? Cool. Hooray! She's listening to me. Phew! Woohoo!
Don't miss the window.
Now! So long, honeybee! Tidish! Tom Thomas, do you have any more of that jam left?
Yeah. What for?
Bring it here. We'll get more bees to fly in.
How come?
What do you mean, how come? Because it's my turn for a bee ride.
Chess.
How about that?
Then I'll play my pawn.
And I'll play my pawn.
Grandpa's, we need our spool, and it's missing.
Oh, congratulations.
Professor, have you seen it anywhere?
The spool? I haven't seen it. We're playing chess, can't you see?
Do you like board games? Like dominoes, for instance. Just about everybody has played it. But do you know where it came from? Dominoes was invented by the ancient Chinese. They made tiles and decorated them with dots like on a pair of dice. And this is a game that looks a lot like checkers, but it's a lot more challenging. It's called backgammon. Backgammon originated in Persia, and from there it spread all over the world. But the most challenging game of them all is the game of chess. Chess was invented in India, and today the game of chess is loved in every country. It's played by adults, by children, and even by computers. Chess is a real sport. But the most important thing for playing chess is not the power in your arms, but the power in your brain.
Hey, look, I found it. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
That's our spool. Please let us take it back. There's something we have to do with it.
But we're using it.
Can't you wait? It's a replacement for the missing pawn.
Oh, Nola can work for a while as the pawn's replacement.
Yeah. I can do it.
All right, you can take it. And you stand right over here.
1, 2, 3, up we go!
Class. So how do we play?
You're going to play for the whites.
And now I'm going to capture your knight.
And we're gonna knock over yours. Take that.
Whoa, 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 young man. Slow down. It goes back here.
Nolik, get back to your square.
What for?
Pawns don't move like that.
Then how do they move?
Only one square per move and only forward.
Of all of the pieces, the little pawn is the weakest.
What a mess. So which one's strongest, huh?
This, it's the queen. She's the most dangerous threat to the other king.
Aw, how come I couldn't be queen? Then that black king would have to deal with me. Oh, yes.
In chess, each player has a black or white army with 8 pawns, 2 knights, 2 bishops, 2 castles, and a queen. All of them work together for their king, trying to protect him while attacking the enemy's king. If the king finds himself in a position where he can be captured, the attacking player says check. And if the king finds himself with nowhere to run from the attack, it's called checkmate. Whoever checkmates the other player's king first is the winner. I'll move my queen.
Yeah.
And me, my queen.
Then I'll just capture your queen.
Aha!
Really? Then I'll just capture yours.
Grandpoos, should I go now?
Not yet. So, do you feel like surrendering?
Ha! You're kidding. Do you?
Nolik, forward.
Hooray!
We'll step aside.
Forward.
Aha! Next I'll go and capture the knight.
He got away.
All right, pawn, and once more, go forward.
Grandpoos, where do I go now? Don't you see the edge?
Don't go anywhere. Now you're the queen.
What?
The rules of chess say that if a pawn makes it all the way to the other side, he can become anything that was captured earlier.
Hooray! Then I'll be the queen, and I'll be the strongest piece in the whole game.
Hey, queen, get back here.
In case you don't know, this isn't over yet.
We capture the pawn with the queen. Queen, this is your new place. Check.
Check.
Huh, yeah?
Now come to here. Checkmate, my colleague.
Of course it is. It is, mate. Yeah, I lost.
Hooray! Tadish, tadish, tadish!
Professor, we found the missing pawn for you.
So that means Nola can leave with us.
I'm not going anywhere with you. Chess is the greatest game you'll ever play in your life. Oh, you should have seen how I put Professor Eugenius into checkmate.
Really?
Well, Grandpoos helped me a little. Actually, it was Grandpoos telling me where to move. But I'm the queen now.
The instructions.
It doesn't work.
Try putting it in the other way.
Did you read the instructions?
Why would I? Instructions are for dummies.
Yeah, instructions are for dummies.
All right.
Oh, what's going on?
Whoa! My battery!
Instructions teach us how to do things right. Instructions for a piece of furniture explain how to put it together. With the instructions for a television, we can adjust the picture and sound the way we like them. Printed on a box of oatmeal are the instructions for how to cook it. The instructions for medicines tell us what the medicine is for and how to safely use it. So always read the instructions if you want to do things right and avoid a lot of problems.
I found it. Here it is.
Here you go, Tom Thomas.
Whoa.
We got you a new chair, but it has to be assembled, and I'm afraid it'll be a little bit difficult for you.
No, it won't. Don't worry, Dad. I'll do it.
Finish before dinner, and we'll get ice cream tonight.
A creamsicle. 2, okay?
First, assemble the chair.
Tom Thomas, can I help you put the chair together?
Come on.
Hey, first you two need to read the instructions. Simka, stop being such a bore.
What, like I haven't seen a chair?
Or like I haven't seen a chair?
Well, Tom Thomas, you done? Dinner's ready. Let's go.
Oh, Dad, no. I need another 2 minutes. Simka, help me.
How?
What does it say I have to do in the instructions?
Ah, I thought you could do it without them. All right, I'll help you. Let's see. Take this part over here and that one over there. Nola, get a screw. No, the longer one. It's over there.
The very first stools and benches appear as far back as ancient Egypt. The pharaoh's stool was special because it had a back. It is thought that the pharaoh's stool was actually the first chair. For a long time, a chair was considered a luxury. Rich noblemen would bring their own chairs to parties. And the more important the man, the higher the back of his chair. It wasn't until the 19th century that chairs became part of every house. Today, there are just so many different kinds of chairs. There are wooden chairs, plastic chairs, metal chairs, chairs with legs, chairs with wheels, folding chairs, baby chairs, just all sorts of chairs. Well, how could people sit down at the table with no chairs?
Ooh, I think we'll make it.
Screw it in, quickly.
Nolik, we need one more screw.
But there aren't any.
There is, you gotta find it.
I already looked everywhere.
Tom Thomas, time's up.
Nolik, you have to help.
How?
Just for a minute, that's all. Turn into a screw.
If it's only a minute, I'll do it for you.
I'm done.
You built it. Huh. Great job, son.
Mom, see how I won the bet.
Can you believe it? He put the chair together.
You're so brilliant.
Go on, have a seat.
Oh!
Huh?
Whew.
Now I see. You missed a screw.
But I screwed it in. It must have what?
Must have what?
Look. Here it is. Now this screw's not going anywhere. And that ice cream you won? Well, you just lost it.
Well then, Mr. Chair Builder, time for dinner?
Yeah, in a sec. Where is that Nolik?
He ran away.
What a traitor.
No, he's not. He promised you he'd become a screw for just a minute. And the minute was up.
Well, where is he then?
Over there. He's studying the instructions for the clock. Hey, Tom Thomas, it says that we put the wrong kind of battery into the clock. We should have used that kind. You see, Tom Thomas? If you don't want to be a dummy, instructions are for you.
The fire extinguisher.
So, who can tell me, in the home, what is the greatest danger of them all?
Chuzaka.
Well, dogs are dangerous for us, but what is very scary for us and for humans?
Fire!
Huh? Where?
I was just answering what you asked us.
Although your joke was awful, Fire, your answer was actually correct. Nothing can be worse than getting caught inside a house on fire.
Don't know much about chemistry, but I can handle circuitry. That's an interesting idea. I have to try it out.
And that's why every Pac-A-Mat has a fire extinguisher inside of it.
And how do you turn them on?
Well, I'll show you at the end of the lesson.
Nolik, listen, yell fire.
How come?
I just want to find out how the professor turns on a fire extinguisher.
Forget it, Fire. I won't do it for you.
Fire!
You again!
I was joking.
It's a stupid kind of joke, and I want you to leave right now. Actually, I should call your parents to discuss this terrible behavior. Fire is no joke at all. Remember, never fool with fire. Of course, you should never play with matches or with lighters. Everybody knows that. But those aren't the only things that can cause a fire inside of a house. So can a stove or a fireplace. And don't forget electrical appliances, like electric burners, space heaters, and irons. If you act carelessly around any of these appliances, they can cause a fire. And we should never forget to take extra special care with sparklers, candles, and fireworks. Sparks can jump off of them and set fire to highly flammable things like paper, wood, or cloth. So, what do you do if a fire suddenly breaks out? That's right. You call the fire department by dialing the number for all emergencies, 911.
Huh? What's going on? No way. No way! Fire? It's burning for real! Fire! What do I do? Oh, yeah! I need a fire extinguisher! Where are you?
And that's how a Pac-A-Mat can become a fire extinguisher. Do you understand?
We understand. There's a fire! It's over there!
Enough! You don't know when to stop fire?
I'm not joking this time. Please believe me, it's there.
Nice try, Fire. Oh, look, he even used smoke this time.
No, Simka, that smoke's from a fire.
Uh-huh. I'm sure that this time it's for real.
It's the truth. I swear I'm not lying.
This time I think it's true. He's not joking.
We've got ourselves a real fire here. Tula, Simka, turn off the soldering iron.
Uh-huh. Got it.
Be careful, kids. You have to stay back here away from the fire.
And what can I do to help?
Take out your fire extinguisher. Long ago, people used to put out fires with just water or sand. Today, people also use fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers are cylinders with hoses. They're usually painted red, so they're easy to see. The cylinder is filled up with a special powder or foam. If someone needs to put out a fire, they point the hose at the fire, pull out the safety pin, and squeeze the handle. The foam or powder shoots out of the extinguisher and puts out the fire.
Our fire extinguishers are just too small for this fire. We have to find Professor Eugenius to put it out.
I already did.
All right, where's the fire? Ah. Ooh.
Hooray! We put out the fire!
You Fixies are just the greatest. Thank you. You saved the whole laboratory.
Not at all, colleague.
If not for you Fixies, I can't even fathom how this could have ended.
And what I'm wondering is how the fire got started at all. Fire?
I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, sure. Then who was yelling, fire, fire? You know what? Maybe it was you that set the fire. Well, if that's what happened, don't even think about coming back to school without your parents.
Colleague, wait. It's all my fault. I didn't turn off the soldering iron. Forgive me.
Now we know whose parents the school should be calling.